Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. Today we are making my father's go-to recipe for garden eggs. Yes, it is very delicious, so easy to make, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to finish the stew once you've prepped everything down. So I would like to tell you a little bit about this stew before we get started. It was one of my father's favorite go-to style of making garden egg stew, and anytime he made this stew, boy oh boy, we enjoyed it very much in this house. He loved to cook, and this was one of his favorite go-to recipes for making garden egg stew. And hey, today we are going to make it our own, so come with us, let's get started. So for this recipe, of course, you need pepper, onion, some fermented fish, that's what we call momoni in Ghana, some onion, and of course our star ingredients, our garden eggs, bell pepper. We're using salmon, and of course some spices. And for this recipe we're using vegetable oil. You can also choose to use red oil if that's what you want. And of course we have some local spices, that's the garlic and the ginger paste. So, and of course we have some Kako. Yes, I don't know the English name for Kako, but yes, it makes our stew very nice. So hey, you might try getting one and adding it to your stew. It takes it to the next level. So we start by washing up our garden eggs and cutting off the top, just like we've done in the video here. And we cut it into two, just like we're doing, so that we can get all the bad part out, just like in the video here. So after that, you set it on fire and add water to cook till it's very soft. So we go ahead and blend our ginger, garlic, pepper mixture together so that we have a smooth paste. And of course you need to check on your garden eggs to make sure that they are well cooked. We don't want any undercooked garden eggs. Yes, so once your garden eggs is ready, you pour out the hot water and add cold water so that you'll be able to go in there. So this is the most important part of the recipe. You need to go in, take out the seeds, we separate it, and separate the back, just like we're doing in the video here. Make sure that you get the back into an earthenware bowl with the seeds. Then the food in the garden eggs is separated as well in a different bowl, just like we are doing in the video. So you repeat the same process for all the garden eggs you have. So guys, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to our channel, hit on the notification button to get notified anytime we post new and exciting recipes. And if you're an old subscriber, as we always say, hey, thank you for always sticking with us, and we love you. So after your garden eggs has been separated by peeling the back with the seeds, you go ahead and in your earthenware bowl, you grind it till you have a smooth paste, just like we're doing in the video here. You just have to make sure that they are separated in two different bowls. Then you start by making your sauce with some onions to saute, your vegetable oil or any oil of choice, Then you add your fermented fish to the bowl, and of course the Kako. Yes, that is what is going to make the scent come out very nice and take it to the next level. So once your onions has cooked a bit, you go in with your pepper mixture. So at this point, you need to let your pepper cook very well so that you don't have any stomach aches. Yeah, that's just by the way. Just make sure that it cooks very well. So at the end of the day, when you separate it and you've grinded the seeds and the cover, this is what you should have. The middle part is separated from the seeds and the back. So yeah, so this is the spices we'll be using for our recipe today. We have some salt to taste, ginger garlic paste powder, and of course you can always choose to use any spices of your choice. We are not limiting you here. Any spice you think you prefer in your stew, that is what you should go for. So at this point, you let your stew simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. You have to continue stir so that it doesn't get burnt. Then of course you go in with tomatoes. I always say tomatoes always take my stew or soups to the next level. Yes, so I always like to add tomatoes to my stew. And I always remember whenever my dad made this stew, we the kids will always get annoyed because, hey, the process with this stew was a whole lot and it was so tedious. Yeah, and a house full of a lot of people, you need to do the work. So he would always ask us to peel the bag, separate it, and we'll be always complaining. But hey guys, at the end of the day, we learned something good out of it, so it's all good. So yes, at this point we've added our protein, and mind you, we are using just salmon, smoked salmon for this recipe, so no other protein is needed for this recipe. So we added a whole lot. So at this point, once the tomatoes has melted in your stew, you go ahead and add your grinded and peeled garden eggs to the pepper mixture you've already have. Then you make sure that you stir so that it comes together very nicely. So at this point, you should be able to taste if your stew is nice or not. If not, you always can adjust your spices and all the other ingredients. And mind you, can always choose to add a lot of oil, but as I always say, I prefer less oil on my stew, so that is what I have there. So I added onions and green bell pepper just to give it that nice taste and aroma, and just for garnishing actually. So yeah, you can always choose to add other stuff to your stew, add more oil, but hey, this is how I like my stew, so hey, you can't blame me or fault me. Yeah. So this is what we have at the end of the day. Our garden egg stew. My father's special garden egg stew recipe. Hey, you can never go wrong with my dad's recipe. You guys need to try this recipe and give us a feedback on how yours went actually. So guys, this is what we have at the end of the day, and this garden egg stew can be enjoyed with some rice, plantain, or yam, or any side dish of choice. And of course, as Ghanaians, we always love our eggs, so we couldn't go without adding eggs to it. So thank you for sticking with us, and if you can kindly subscribe, that would be very nice. So we come your way next time with another exciting recipe. This has been fun. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.